In the 80s, there were two nationally recognized high school basketball players, both similar in size and height, both named Reggie Miller. One Reggie went on to the Hall of Fame. The other Reggie's life changed in 5 seconds. Greatness 5 presents 5 Seconds, the Reggie Miller Story. Our story begins in Newark, New Jersey, aka Brick City. There are those that believe something special is in the water of Newark because so many extraordinary people were born in Newark, New Jersey. Reggie Miller was also one of those individuals born in Newark. 1967, during perhaps one of the worst inner-city race riots in American history, the riots of Newark.
Now, can you imagine? The police had horrifically beaten a black cab driver. The city went up in flames, all of Newark. Black people were fed up. Reggie's parents, Big Al Miller and Betty Miller, were stuck trying to figure out how to raise a family in the midst of the worst racial chaos in American history.
In a few years, the Miller family packed up and moved to Orange, New Jersey, where fate met destiny.
You know, I can't help but believe that it was absolute destiny for Reggie to play basketball. Think about it, he started growing really fast at an early age, and then to top it off, Reggie was born with like a 4th crease in his fingers, which gave him the ability to palm a basketball at a very early age. But I gotta be honest, and this is according to Reggie, the biggest impact on his life as far as basketball was his mother looked at him as this tall, gangly, awkward kid. And a mother's love is stronger than any love in the world. And she, in her mind, said, I don't want my kid being embarrassed. I don't want him going to the 5th and 6th grade dance, not being able to dance or being afraid to dance. She took her son in the living room every day and taught him how to dance. You see, it was more than dance. She was teaching this tall, awkward, skinny kid the ability to have agility and coordination. And that coordination would set him off.
Within 1 year of playing high school basketball, Reggie Miller went from 1 dunk in a season to 47 dunks the next year, averaging 20 points a game, 13 rebounds, 5 assists, 67 block shots, and 61 steals. Reggie's greatest athletic achievement came when he attended the legendary 5-star basketball camp and held his own against the best basketball players in the country. And Reggie's star continued to soar. He became All-State New Jersey, nominated for the McDonald's All-American team, and the New Jersey Nets invited him to participate in the high school slam dunk competition in the Meadowlands.
Let me tell you something. Reggie was being recruited by major universities at that time. Even the great DePaul team wanted him to share backcourt duties with future NBA great Rod Strickland. But like most star athletes, Reggie's focus was on the games and having fun off the court, which temporarily hurt his career.
After graduating high school, Reggie decided to attend the basketball powerhouse St. Thomas More Prep School. Reggie became the chancellor's leading scorer, earning him a scholarship to Rutgers University.
When you talk about Reggie and his charm, I call it the Miller charm. Reggie was nice to every single person he met, and I dare to say Reggie probably never had an enemy in his life. He even made celebrities feel special. We're talking about Phyllis Hyman, Bobby Brown, Lawrence Taylor, Isaac Hayes, and he even got the legendary Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to actually give a half a smile in a picture. And we certainly can't forget Reggie's Rutgers alumni partner, Bill Bellamy.
Reggie has the entire student body, teammates, coaches, family members, and the people of Orange waiting to see this kid perform at the highest level. And within 5 seconds, it was over. You are watching the Greatness 5 channel, feeling your history in minutes. Subscribe, share, and comment now. An accidental collision at practice jarred Reggie's back in a way that left him temporarily paralyzed. The only thing Reggie could feel at the moment was a tear rolling down his cheek. Doctors later told Reggie that he could be paralyzed for life if he were to continue playing basketball. His hopes and dreams of taking the city of Orange to the NBA was over. Reggie felt his soul was stolen from him. He felt like that awkward, skinny little kid again, but this time his mother couldn't dance away the injury or pain.
So what does a young man do when the whistles stop blowing, buzzers are silent, and he no longer can hear the balls bouncing and the crowd cheering his name? Total silence in what was a fun and exciting world. And to add to Reggie's pain, he had to live in the shadow of the other Reggie Miller.
And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and in again.
For some reason, all of my heroes were people who were able to come back from tragedy. Malcolm X came back from being a hustler to a leader. Ali came back from fighting for his religious beliefs to a world champion. And Harriet Tubman not only made a comeback, but she actually came back hundreds of times to free her people. Reggie Miller was cut from the same comeback cloth. He was about to make a comeback.
Rutgers University honored Reggie's scholarship, allowing him to graduate. Through a slow process, Reggie realized that he had the power to go back to his community and make a difference. In order to inspire the youth in Orange, New Jersey and all around the state, Reggie created the RM Motivation Group. In Reggie's lifetime, he went from a shy, awkward kid to a leader of men. Reggie is popular on the speaking circuit because his message is simple. You can do anything you want with practice and motivation. Now showing on the Greatness 5 channel, when catches became Muhammad.
I can't beat me. I had 180 amateur fights, 22 professional fights, and I'm good as a girl.
You could literally taste the hate that Ali received from the media and the average American, but he didn't back down.
You my opposer when I want freedom. You my opposer when I want justice. You my opposer when I want equality. You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
Now showing on the Greatness 5 channel, when catches became Muhammad.
Until I went to 5-star Five Star was the best camp at the time. This is before AAU blew up. And I think that was the best basketball I played consistent for a week. And I held my own against like Lebo and Boo Harvey. But when you go to Five Star, I'm 6'5". That's kind of short in basketball.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I met Chris Washburn. These dudes 7 feet. And J.R. Reed, who went to Carolina. Holding my own against Billy King that went to Duke and the
Yeah.
Nets.
Yep.
AD Billy King, Ferry, Dan Ferry, all these dudes. Lebo.
Wow.
Right. So I'm holding my own with these dudes. And I just didn't. To me, it was like, yo, man, I'm from Orange. Stop playing, man. I don't care who they are. And we just,
Right,
we just did what we did.
right.
So one thing that put me on the map, they had a one-on-one. They had a one-on-one competition, and I went to the championship with that. I played against this dude from Indiana. His nickname was Indiana Jones. His name was Kip Jones. He ended up going to Iowa, and me and him battled. He beat me in the one-on-one final, but that put me on the map.
During the early years of Rucker Park, crowds would assemble just to experience that one moment where a defender was brutally dunked on. Even to this day in urban cities, the crowd will possibly storm the court when seeing a great dunk. Reggie Miller experienced this feeling from his brother, who was his biggest fan.
So St. Benedict's is one of the top boys prep schools in New Jersey for bad. That's where J.R. Smith went. A lot of people went to St. Benedict.
Right.
So we had a play called North Carolina where I was just straight dunking, and he threw me the alley-oop, and Dooley was under me. I went up, dunked on him, and when I came down, my brother ran out the bleacher and came and gave me a hug on the court. And we got attacked. My coach was going crazy. Like, yo, what's going on? And my brother couldn't compose it. He was like, yo, my man, I was waiting. He was just waiting so long for me to, like, yo, it's time to do this. And he was wild like that, man. He'd be at my games. He was my number one supporter, man, and my worst critic at the same time.
On your back?
Yeah, he jumped, gave me a hug. He like, yo. So I go to senior year, come around doing my thing. AAU, we won the national championship. AAU 18 and under team out of Newark. We played against Glenn Rice and them down in Jacksonville, Florida. Yo, we just let him shoot. He had 38. We ain't know a big man could shoot like that because Glenn Rice is like 6'8". We like, yo, let him shoot. Yeah. He just kept hitting it. I practiced for a month and got hurt a week before the season started. I fell and was paralyzed in practice. Me and the guy was going for a loose ball, Darren Kemp, because he was a starting two guard. I want his spot. We going for the loose ball. We dove for it. We hit shoulders. When I hit the ground, I felt, when you get paralyzed, most people never been paralyzed in their life. I was paralyzed from my neck down 5 times, and that was like my 3rd time. Yeah, that was my, and every time it was playing basketball. I'm at a much higher risk than the average human being. And Rutgers didn't want to take the risk of being liable for my injuries if I had to live the rest of my life in a wheelchair.
Right.
Man, when he came to tell the team I couldn't play, he started crying, the head coach. He just was like, put his head there, he was wiping, he was like, yo, I got sad news. Reggie Miller never played this game again. And they was just like, it went from, and that's just how it was over. And that was it. They said the one thing Betty Miller was cool with, they like, Miss Miller, he don't have to pay. He can stay here until he graduates. We'll pay for everything. Yo, my mother grabbed her pocketbook. She was like, I'm ready to go. All right. She already heard what she wanted to hear. Like, we ain't got to pay for school. We good. Rutgers gave me a big hug. I got so much love from the, not the basketball, though. I think it was the people and the community. Rutgers community gave me love. When you're paralyzed, you only talking to God because nobody else can help you. That's the only one can help you. Can't nobody else help you but God. So if you can't move from your neck down, and the only thing I felt was tears coming down my face. That's the only thing I could feel. I couldn't feel nothing else. And that's just weird. It's ironic because it's a weird feeling not to have feeling. Yeah. That's the ironic thing. A weird feeling not to have feeling. So you talking to God, you making all these false promises. God, I said, well, I'll be but I am a vessel for him. When I was at Rutgers and couldn't play, they got me a job working at the Police Athletic League at the projects. Mm-hmm. I grew up around the corner from the projects in Orange. So now, let me go back to where I feel comfortable down there. those little boys gave me mad love. Even though I couldn't play, I'm like, I can't play at Rutgers. They like, yo, you played for Rutgers though.
Right.
They like, yo, could you dunk the ball for us? And they was hyped. They in the 5th grade, 6th grade, like, yo, you can jump that high. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't nothing. But I saw the magnitude of being there and listening to young people until I just went into this program, Brotherhood. They had in Orange through Rutgers University, UMD Medical School at the time. And I was just doing it because it was a job. I said, man, yo, they got benefits. Like, yeah, let me do this for like a year or two. And it just kept, year 2 turned into 5 years, turned into 15 years. And this year is my 25th year of doing Brotherhood. I tell people, I teach my kids two things. Don't chase wealth. Wealth has to come from within first. You got to be rich inside before you get rich on the outside. City Council, they read a proclamation for me about Brotherhood, and the people that were there, not only my mother and father, but a couple of my former students came. And my cheerleader from high school came, her and her husband and stuff, and it was just like, wow, they like, Reg, we so proud of you. Wow. And I just didn't, because I always felt the work I do is what I'm supposed to do. It's nothing for people to tip your hat to. You know, it's just, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm supposed to do it. But they were telling me I didn't understand the tentacles and the fruits of what I'm doing is spreading and growing. Reg, remember I told you my mother didn't take me serious?
Right.
She started taking me serious when I took my job serious with these kids. Because she saw the fruits of it.
Yeah.
She would come hear me speak.
Right.
And she was just pleased, like, okay, you doing what I knew you were capable of. Now we getting somewhere. I always tell my kids, my man, I had so much fun without smoking weed and drinking.
Yeah.
I don't do it. I don't need, like I said, Reg, I never had a cup of coffee.
Right.
So I live I'm walking what I'm saying. What are you living for, man? What people gonna say about you when you die? What they gonna say? So I think you gotta spend time with quality people in your life and tell them how you feel about it.
Hi, this is producer Reggie Bullock. I cannot let this episode end without sharing a personal story about Reggie's gifts and his heart. About 11 years ago, one of my films was being shown to a group of middle schoolers at a movie theater in Newark, New Jersey. After the film was over, a group of the black students approached me to ask questions. As I answered their questions, Reggie, who was standing next to me, interrupted all questions to point out a shy black girl in the back of the group. Reggie said to her, "You have the most beautiful skin I've ever seen. Be proud of your skin color, my sister." All of the kids stopped and observed the pure beauty of her dark skin. And for that one moment in time, Reggie Miller made everyone feel proud of their skin color, especially that shy little girl who simply displayed a prideful smile. That's Reggie Miller.
You are watching the Greatness 5 channel, filling your history in minutes. Subscribe and comment now.